Sexism is wrong. I think that's something we can all agree on. However, it is alive and well in our community. Like, if you told me my local MP was sexist, I wouldn't be surprised. If you told me that a few tradies down at the local were on the sexist side of things, I wouldn't be shocked. But to find out my favourite supermarket chain is sexist, well, that took me by surprise. That's right, supermarket chain ALDI is sexist. How so, you ask? Are they paying their male workers more than their female workers? I don't know, but probably. Or is it because their head office looks like a scene from Mad Men? I bet it does, those fucking pigs.
Wouldn't be a sin for us to see your legs. If you pull your waist in a little bit, you might look like a woman.
Let's find out. According to multiple news articles, the reason ALDI is sexist is because they sold children's books, those fucking animals. That's right, ALDI has come under fire for selling children's books titled, What Can He Be? And What Can She Be? Jesus Christ, ALDI, it's fucking 2022. Did you just completely dismiss the theys, the its, the zers? But even worse is the jobs in each book are different, which would suggest that there's a difference between men and women. And we all know that's not true. It's almost like they've filled each book full of professions that would appeal to the target audience. In fairness though, some of the professions are the same, like they both use vet for V. But look at the rest of this sexist tripe. For U, boys can be umpires and girls can be university lecturers. For F, boys can be firefighters while girls can be fashion designers. For E, boys can be engineers while girls can be editors. For Q, boys can be quality insurance managers while girls can be queens. For R, boys can be race car drivers while girls can be real estate agents. To all the hot dogs carrying on about this, look, you're absolutely right. All these jobs can be done by both genders. You're absolutely right. And in fact, I would argue that more boys grow up to be queens than girls these days. But that is the complaint that one person made on Twitter, that these books push gender stereotypes. Just look at the covers. The boy is an astronaut, while the girl is a vet. As one customer who there is a 99% chance is female said, why the difference? Girls can be astronauts and surgeons. Stop gender differentiation. Wrong! Girls can't be astronauts, everyone knows that. Because if a woman was to go in space and get her period and there's no gravity to help push it out, it would simply float to the top of her head and she'd have all this blood on her brain and she's got a good chance of fucking dying. Also, the G-forces on re-entry wreak havoc with their vulvas. It's a whole thing. But it's always from the girl's side, isn't it? Oh, boo-hoo-hoo, poor girls being told they can't do this and they can't do that. It's not like the girls' jobs were shit. Real estate agent, editor, university lecturer, they're fine jobs. Sure, fashion designer may be a bit stereotypical, but it's also something that probably interests a lot of girls. But you could say the same for race car driver for boys. If you're the type of person who reads this book and thinks your career path is limited to the 26 jobs listed in this book, I would argue you weren't going very far in life anyway, because you've got shit for brains. Alright, I got into engineering at uni next year. Awesome. You know, I always wanted to get into engineering, so why didn't you? I guess it just wasn't my fate, you know. It was foretold in a children's book that I would follow one of 26 career progressions, each more stereotypical and appealing than the last. Isn't your mum an astronaut? Yes, and she's got a fractured clitoris to show for it. There's nothing in this book to say that these jobs can only be done by men or women. Only your own mindset will help you determine that outcome. We don't need to pretend that men and women are the same. We need to accept that we're different. We're different and we've got our own strengths and weaknesses, and there's challenges to being both, and neither is better than or worse than the other. It's not a book's job to tell your kids what they're capable of. That's the parent's job. And as a parent, if you push this woke victimhood mentality on your kids, then guess what your kids are going to grow up to be? Woke victims. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the comments if you think I'm a fucking asshole. If you don't, though, if you could like, if you could subscribe, it'd really help out. Also, if you are on Spotify or Apple iTunes, I have a podcast out with my good friend Mitch Coyne. It's called Mitch and Ben vs. Everything. If you could go listen to it, that'd be absolutely great. It'd be fantastic. I'd love you forever. And until next time, ta-ta and farewell.
Ta-ta and farewell.